All right, so we're still reviewing over some problems from your homework, which is 4b.1 simplifying radicals. So now we're going to take a look at number 4, which here is in the yellow. I don't know why, but 20x plus 4 over 8x plus 32. So here we have two binomials, which means we're going to factor out the GCF in both. So we'll take a look at that numerator, and we know 4 will divide into 20. It will also divide into itself. So we're going to factor out that 4. So 4 will go into 20x, 5x, and 4 will go into 4 one time. So the 4 is factored out, and then a 5x plus 1. And then here with our denominator, we have 8x plus 32. So we're going to factor out 8 because it's divisible into both terms. So when I divide 8x by 8, it equals x, and then 32 divided by 8 is 4. So now we have 4 times 5x plus 1 over 8 times x plus 4. So I know 4 will go into 8 two times. So I can go ahead and cancel that out. And now we're left with 5x plus 1 over 2 times x plus 4. Now we're going to take that x plus 4 and set it to equal 0. So now we'll subtract that 4 and x equals negative 4. Now there's no point in setting the 2 to equal 0 because we do not have an x. Now if that were 2x factored out, then yes, we would set it to equal 0 and x would equal 0. But because we do not have an x, we will not use that. So now what we're going to do is put our final answer, which I forgot to put my little parenthesis there, but we have 5x plus 1 over 2 times x plus 4, and x does not equal negative 4. Now, number 10, we also have a binomial over a binomial. 21's in both, so 21 will factor out, and then we have n squared and n, so we're just going to factor out the n. And then 21n will go into 21n squared n, and 21n divided by 21n is 1. So there we factored out our GCF here. The highest number between 9 and 30 that will factor out would be 3, and then n squared and n factor out the n. So 9n squared divided by 3n is 3n, and negative 30n divided by 3n is negative 10. So now we're going to take that n plus 1, wherever I put that. Did I put it here? Hold on. I thought I did. Maybe not. We'll write it right here. N plus 1 equals 0. And, oh, we don't need that. I'm sorry, just the denominator, sorry. 3n minus 10, set it to equal 0. We're going to add 10 to both sides. 3n equals 10, and then divide by 3. And so, therefore, n will not equal 10 over 3. But because we did factor out the n here, now notice up here we didn't factor out the x, so we didn't use it, but we did factor it out here. We're going to take out 3n equals 0 and then divide both sides by 3 and n equals 0. So therefore your solution is n plus 1, 3n minus 10, and n does not equal 10 over 3, and n does not equal 0. And then lastly, I have a squared plus 7a minus 8 over a squared plus a minus 56. Now these I can factor into two factors. So we're going to be using our factoring here. And so because both of these are a negative, it'll be plus and minus and plus and minus. Then a squared, a, and factors of negative 8 that has a difference of 7, which is 8 and 1. Now, the 8 will go behind the positive sign because 7 is positive. So the larger number goes behind the positive sign. And then we need factors of 56 that has a difference of 1, which is 8 and 7. And because the a is positive, we will we will put the 8 behind the larger number behind the positive sign. Now here your a plus 8s will cancel, and we're left with a minus 1 and a minus 7. But we do still have to take both these denominators, set them to equal 0, and solve. And we get a is equal to negative 8 and a equals 7, which means those two would result in my denominator being 0 if I plugged either one of those in for the a values. So here our solution is a minus 1 over a minus 7, and a cannot equal negative 8 and 7. So I will post all of this to Google Classroom, And I hope this helps you in your understanding.